Good afternoon and welcome to my first podcast. My name's Jake Dold and today we have a special topic in mind. Today we'll be discussing Google's new technology, Google Chrome OS, which is one of the included parts in the Chromium projects. As for this project, we need to be able to understand a few important key ideas. We need to understand what is an operating system, what is Chrome or the Chromium projects, and what is the CR48 Chrome notebook. First, I'd like to talk about what is an operating system. An operating system is the backbone behind your computer. Every time you turn on your computer, that's what's bringing up the login screen and the application so that you can start working. What we find today is that most computers seem to take a long time to boot up. When we open up our laptop and we push the on button, it can take anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes for your computer to get up and working again. The idea behind Google's Chromium projects is to make that time a lot shorter, and I'm going to explain how in just a little while. But first, to give some examples of what an operating system is, we have to look at Windows XP, Windows Vista, and Apple's Snow Leopard OS. These are all examples of what an operating system is, and chances are that you have one of those. As for what is Chrome, Chrome is something very important, and the Chromium projects are the new programs that Google is coming out with. One of those is very common now, and it's the Chrome browser. Many individuals are using this browser instead of using Firefox or Internet Explorer or Apple's Safari. The Chromium project has two main components. First, the browser, which I was explaining before, Google Chrome, and the Chrome OS. That's right, Chrome operating system. How is that supposed to work? Well, we'll discuss this in detail later. Before you can completely understand an operating system completely running off the internet, you need to understand a term called the cloud. We're not talking about science, we're talking about the internet. The cloud is a term used to refer to where the data is stored and comes from when you use the internet. Google is using this initiative, the Chromium projects, to enhance the cloud and to make it more part of everyday life. Some examples of works in the cloud includes Box.net, a company that allows you to upload and host various forms of media and content, including videos and music and Word documents. There's also Google, who has Google Docs, which have Google presentations, a version of Excel, and also a version of Word. So the main idea behind Chrome OS is that you'll be able to get onto your computer, open it up, push the on button, and within 7 to 10 seconds, you're up and running. No waiting for the load bar or waiting for computers. No spinning beach ball or time meter. Nothing telling you that you need to wait longer. It's just turn it on, wait 7 seconds, and you're connected to the internet, which is connected to Chrome OS. So you'll have instant access to the internet, and you'll always be connected. Google is doing this by creating their own laptop. This laptop is the CR48 Chrome notebook. It looks pretty similar to a MacBook, but it's all black. They've redesigned the keyboard, taking out the caps lock and some other, what some would consider not very important keys. Very sleek and elegant, and the idea behind it is you don't need a lot of hardware, and it doesn't need to be very big because the only thing that you're using it for is to get connected to the internet, and all of your applications and programs will be accessed through the internet. That means no needing to wait for it to load or to open up, and no needing to do upgrades. Your security is virtually impenetrable because there's no accessing your computer and hacking your computer. It's all stored on Google. The reason why you're able to get access to the internet all the time is for two reasons. One, Wi-Fi. You can always be connected as long as there's a Wi-Fi connection and you have access to it. Also, the 3G network. All of the Google notebooks come with a 2-year free subscription to Verizon's 3G network. Another feature of the Chrome operating system is individual tabs. If you look into the Chrome browser, you see that there's tabs for every web page that you have open at that time. What the Chromium projects have done is it takes each tab and isolates it into its own protected sphere. So when you're using your banking and you have that tab open, and then in the other one you have your Gmail account open, and then you're searching the web in another tab, if somehow you get into a dangerous site that wants to attack, the entire operating system doesn't close down because one tab was affected. Instead, with that protected sphere around that tab, it only will close down that tab, thus protecting your computer and all the other tabs. So your computer stays running and your banking information stays current without being hacked into, and your Google account with Gmail is there still functioning, and just that one bad tab went down. I have really high expectations for Chrome OS. I don't believe that it will start up immediately. They're still in the beta stages, and they have some people who were lucky enough to get the notebooks to test them out. I have not seen any notice as to when they will officially release the program, but you can learn it by using the Chrome browser, and that's basically the same setup and layout and the same user interface for the Chrome OS. I do believe that it will take root and become a very common used program. The reasoning for this is there's a few, but the main one is that it's so simple that as long as you really can have internet access everywhere, there's no need for other programs and various things as long as you're just a normal user. Here's the problem that Chrome OS has. People, like professionals, I don't believe will ever be able to completely get away from a normal operating system because of the programs that are stored on the computer. As for the likelihood of Google's Chrome OS actually taking root in society and becoming generally adopted among the world's media consumers, I do foresee it becoming widely used. However, I don't expect it to be used anytime soon in the professional world. There are too many computer programs that, one, the programmers won't put online, and two, the internet just simply isn't capable of supporting it. An example would be of the Adobe Collection. The Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, those ones are very demanding on the computer system, and I don't believe it's possible to send that kind of information through the internet waves just yet, especially through a wireless connection. And programs like After Effects or Final Cut movie editing programs are extremely demanding on the computer system, and those definitely will not be able to be sent through wireless internet connections anytime in the near future. But the average consumer, the average user of media, will be able to use Chrome OS. A college student who really only uses Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel doesn't need anything more than a CR48 Chrome notebook. I think as soon as Google puts out this product, there's going to be huge demand, and there's going to be some problems with it, but Google will kind of take on an Apple mentality of the program and really make it a high quality, desirable product, and it will become a very high competitor with Apple and with Microsoft.